Alright, these are Firethorn, and they're related to the rose family. And this tree is loaded. So I'm going to make some wine and jelly out of these. Only the ripe ones. Got 5 gallons of Pyrocanthia or Firethorn. So now we got to sort all this out and squeeze the juice out of these and save the pulp. Got the Firethorn process, so I'm going to pour some distilled water in here until it covers the berries. And then I'll dump that into my blender, blend that up. Then I'll dump it into my pan, cook it for about 30-40 minutes to help extract some of the juice. And then I'll can it. So if you look at this one, it's already been canned. And I'm going to can it with the seeds and everything until it separates. And then I'll strain this out so that I just have juice when I make the wine. Got about 2.5 gallons of Firethorn juice. You can see a lot of the solid parts are still in there after I blended it, just to get more of the juice out, so it would kind of steep it when I canned it. I put a lot of the solids in that distilled water, so it has been diluted a little bit. I just put the berries into the blender and then covered them with water, so not a lot, but enough to extract some of the juice out. So some of these have more than others. This is almost all solids, very little water. I didn't put as much in when I blended them, but I'm going to run them through this strainer, collect the solids, so if I need them, if I don't get enough juice, I can soak, especially these, in more distilled water. But I'm hoping I get about 1 gallon of juice. I'm going to go ahead and pour some of these through so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see how thick that is. Still really thick. And I'm going to go ahead and try to drain some juice out. So I'm going to go ahead and put down the camera and see how much juice we actually get out of the jar. Hopefully we'll have enough for wine and jelly. Okay, so I dumped all the jars out. So I've got jars all over the place. I took the dissolved solids and put about 1/2 gallon of distilled water back in it. I'm going to cook it some more, and I'm going to use that juice for the jelly. So I made all of this for the wine, and that's over 1 gallon, has to be. So I'm going to go back in and measure it, but I'm going to put all the ingredients in here and then stir it up, let it set for 24 hours. And then after it sets for 24 hours, I'll put the yeast in. Alright, I ended up with 1.25 gallons of juice. And I used a method of concentrating it by putting a little bit of distilled water when I blended them, enough to cover them. So that amount of distilled water was already added, so I'm not going to add any more, especially since I have 1/4 gallon extra of the juice. But I added in some yeast nutrient. So I did 1 tablespoon of yeast nutrient. Also did 1/2 tablespoon of yeast energizer. And then 1/2 teaspoon of pectin enzyme. I did the crushed Camden tablet. And now I've got 5 cups of sugar in there. So I'm going to stir this up, let it set for 24 hours, and then I can add the yeast. So I just stirred up this Firethorn, and look how frothy it is. It's really foamy. I don't think I've seen any of my wines do that, foam up that much. That's pretty unique. Not sure what's causing it, but really frothy. Oh no, I dropped my spoon in there. I'll have to fish it out. I don't want to stick my fingers in there. I have to go get another spoon that's sanitized and fish it out.